That's a good one. Trying to think of like specifically April Fool's pranks or just like any prank.
No, it can be
ever.
any prank.
Ooh, okay. I remember when I was a kid on April Fool's, I put a for sale sign in my neighbor's yard. That was fun. I think he noticed. I hope he did. But they're still there. We moved though. But later, it's fine. Other pranks.
And moved it to your yard.
Yeah.
We're actually moving now.
We're moving. We're gone. The good old removing the stall barriers prank last year on second floor. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. It's a good time.
So explain that, because I definitely wasn't there.
Yeah,
I did
so
not see pictures.
yeah, so there's 3 stalls on second floor.
Okay.
And someone from first floor, pretty sure I know who it is, but we're not going to worry about that, came up and removed the barriers in between. So it was like one stall with 3 toilets right there. And I thought it was great. It was pretty fun. You know, just like breeding like intimacy and fellowship right there. In a really powerful way. So it was pretty good. I liked it.
Powerful.
Rebecca, what's like your favorite prank that, because I mean, I know you're opposed to it in general.
Yeah,
but
generally.
Like, yeah.
Right.
I'm actually right now, I just realized like 20 minutes before this that I have been pranked. So
How does that feel? How you doing with it?
Pretty stinking good because I've been waiting to get pranked for about 3 weeks now. And I have pranks to do, but I respect our rule of you can't prank out of order. So now I finally get to prank back. So I'm honestly not mad about it.
Rebecca's just been like waiting. Like honestly, that was the prank, was waiting 3 weeks. So like,
honestly, I kind of thought that was. I was like, they're just gonna make me wait it out. But no, I'm very excited too. They stole my stuff and then they gave me cute notes about like where it's hidden, like riddles. So I'm excited to like answer the riddles. I enjoy riddles. But.
All right. Also, in other news, we have our first sponsor. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Leroy. Go to Leroy for all your Leroy needs. Hashtag definitely not sponsored. YouTube, please don't take us down. Matt, so what's the best advice you've ever received?
The best advice I've ever received?
Yeah.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like...
I mean, like the obvious answer would be just like being encouraged to receive Jesus as my savior. Do we want to like rule that out as like...
Okay, let's go with that. That is obvious.
Oh, that's the obvious one.
Yeah, that's the obvious answer.
The best advice I've ever received.
Rebecca, you can think about this too.
I'm not answering all of your questions.
Why not?
Guys.
Well, now we have to cut this out because you're angry.
I'm not angry. I need more time. I don't mind putting him on like a 5-second barrier, but I need more time.
Right.
So I said, think about it. Matt, what do you got?
Shoot. Okay.
I don't know if I can say best. That's going to be hard. But one of the first things that popped to my mind, I remember my freshman year of college here at CCH, I was talking with Austin Williams, and he had just gotten engaged and was about to move out and then get married to Kelly that summer. And he told me, he said, Matt, you know, once you're married, your wife and your kids and your family is your number one ministry. That is like your primary ministry as a man. And that was just really, really good advice, a really simple way to put it. And I've thought about that a lot since then. Yeah, and it's just a really, really good thing to think about. And I think it's really sharpened my focus on just like thinking ahead towards marriage and being a father and a husband and all that. So yeah, that was really powerful. I think about it a lot.
Yep. And what's the worst advice you've ever received?
The worst advice? That's even harder because I've gotten a lot.
A lot of bad advice.
I think
you need to surround yourself with better people.
I don't know, man. The worst advice.
Anything Matt Gow has ever said?
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah. I really don't know. I can't think of anything. I think I just forget all the bad stuff.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I guess you learn from the bad stuff.
Right.
You may not necessarily remember the bad advice because I feel like that would be kind of a scornful way to go at it too.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that's so cool how he said that, Austin, before he was even married.
Yeah.
Like he was he like proposed at that or engaged? Proposed? Was he engaged at that?
Yeah.
moment?
Did she propose to him?
Yeah, it was later in the semester.
She did not.
Right before you graduated.
Great outlook he had before that even.
Yep.
He already had that going into it. That's awesome.
Really good.
So the best advice right now, I'm on a really big Angela Johnson kick, which if you guys don't know her, that's Bon Quiqui. So she's actually like a really amazing person.
Did you just have a stroke? Like, were those words that came out of your mouth?
Bon
no.
So she's
I
like,
think I've heard of her.
yeah, she's great. I'm a fan. I support her. And she is like this comedian, Christian, cool, awesome lady. And she, one of her quotes and something that she says quite often is "do you and do you well." And I feel like right now I'm just really vibing off that quote. So right now, that's the best advice I have for myself. Just do you well. We don't really know what's going on, but if you're doing yourself well. That's really all that matters. And I think you can take that, really interpret that however you want. I'm choosing to interpret it in a like godly light, but hopefully everybody is.
Cool. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, also Michael Scott. Bad news. This is all fake. Nobody take this seriously. Coronavirus has changed a little bit in its sequencing, and it is now a zombie apocalypse. The last picture in your cell phone is what you have to defend yourself with. What are you fighting with?
Probably a picture of like something I took for class, like some notes. Yeah.
So
Not
how
very exciting.
How do you attack the zombie with the notes? A notebook.
Your words of wisdom.
So I have to attack it with this photo.
No, you're attacking it with the notebook.
Oh,
you
with
took
the
a picture of notes.
notebook.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Maybe I could like write like a really powerful poem in the notebook that would just like calm them all down.
Yeah. I'm thinking you
Or
could
if I
like
smacked it with them really hard.
Yeah, I feel like you like, smack it or like hold
Yeah.
it up over its mouth because that's like the danger zone, It's
Ooh, yeah,
the
there
teeth.
you
Or
go.
like
Yeah.
unspiral the notebook,
Oh,
and like that's
yeah.
sharp.
That
like,
is that.
Oh, yeah.
sharp. That'll get
So
you.
you could like do
Yeah.
that with like one hand,
Could
and
do
then you
that.
can just have the notebook in the other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could go a few rounds with
Yeah, I
that.
feel like if you're in a
could,
room,
you
you could
could.
like use the notebook as kind of like a shield and then
Yeah.
close the door because like, I don't know, do zombies open doors? Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
Walking Dead
I
doesn't
haven't-
count.
I haven't
I don't
seen
know.
one.
I bet
I mean,
they
it's
do.
been a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a while since
Yeah.
I analyzed the zombies' characteristics. So, yep.
Second.
Yeah, Rebecca, do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, Matt, any final words of wisdom that you'd like to say? I feel like you've had a lot already. Also, every time I feel like I talk to Matt, I feel like I'm interviewing like a baseball coach or something like that. Like, guys are just really looking forward. We don't look back.
Yep.
Just
Keep going. Yep.
Yep.
I feel like
Yep.
you would give the best halftime speech.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Like not baseball.
He
He
know.
probably
Like,
has because
Like
softball.
wow.
Yeah.
Like oh my god.
I don't know. I've
Yeah.
heard some good ones.
All right, Matt. What? All right, right now it's halftime.
Halftime.
We're in the middle. We're in the middle of the Rona.
Right. We're
What's
in
the
middle.
pump up
I'll
speech?
just say, you know what, guys? It's been a good fight. We've been fighting hard.
Oh my gosh, I'm already
Thanks.
encouraged.
I feel like we're all down on one knee
We've
right now.
taken
just, like,
we've taken
looking
a
up at
few
Matt.
punches here and there, but it's like, you know what? You're not a fighter because you always win. You're a fighter because you never give up, and you keep going. And Rona might knock you down to that mat, but you get right back up and you punch it back. And you're like, you know what, Satan? You might have knocked me down this one time, but the power in me is greater than the power of the evil in this world. I'm gonna knock you back too. And so you just like you take that and you keep going, and you just know like God's gonna meet you in this. Yeah, everything's gonna be okay. We have a home in heaven. There's gonna be no disease, no decay, nothing. Be fun.
Can you edit tears coming down me like my
I
face
actually
right
was
now?
tearing up
Like,
a little bit there at the beginning,
wow.
just because I was a little bit of smiley, a little bit of happy. I don't know, like there's,
I also loved how Rona like mid speech turned into Satan because I feel
Right.
like that's everybody right,
Right,
now.
just
Like,
like, yep.
Satan, get behind me! Like Rona,
Right,
I ain't
get-
coughing.
Oh, boy.
Everybody.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, we don't. I feel motivated now.
I do too.
we
I
don't
want
ha-
to go run a marathon or something.
Good.
Not really, but like,
Don't run that
wow.
far. That's bad for you.
We don't have anything else today, but I saw some people. A lot of the girls are like writing letters to each other, and I think that's like a really positive thing to do. So if you're doing that, keep doing that. If you're not doing that, just like call up some friends and plan a trip for when this is all over. Because I think like we were talking about earlier, looking forward. If we look at right now, things are, not looking great, but they're not always going to be this way. So call up some friends, plan a trip. Go to Silver Dollar City. I know some people were planning on going to Disneyland, and that, is on hold until everything kind of gets cleared up. But this isn't going to be forever, and I think we need to keep looking ahead as well. With that, I don't think we have anything else.
What do
So,
you think post-Rona sales are gonna be like?
they're going to explode.
Because I bet like they're
Probably.
gonna be like, we haven't had people in so long.
Oh yeah, this is
Just right now.
This is like
Yeah.
whenever this is all over, it's going to be insane. Like
It is.
Yeah.
Disney World's going to make more money in a year than they've made like probably in the last 5.
Rona parties.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
going to be insane. So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's going to be awesome.
We'll make it.
All right. This has been the we don't know what to call this podcast.
The third one of those.
Yep, the third one. This is our running
Still
gag now. We're just like
struggling.
Figure it
the
out.
still struggling podcast.
No, I was just saying we're still struggling. I
Oh,
don't think
okay.
that should be the name.
Yeah, that would be.
Because that's like
Yeah,
really a
yeah.
Rona top. Like, no.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We're doing great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing fine. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.